Hello everybody. My name is Jamie Keith, and I want to share a little bit about my story of health, healing, answered prayers, and for myself and for our youngest son. Our youngest son was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at the age of 5, and there's so much to his story. He has celiac disease, severe behavior problems, and we had a whole host of symptoms. Nothing was helping. We were doing all the right things, and nothing was helping. But we did find something that helped, completely changed our lives and turned our life around, and I want to share with you. First, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. So like I said, my name is Jamie Keith. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I've been homeschooling our kids for over 20 years now. So we have 5 children. Our 3 oldest have graduated, and so I'm still homeschooling our 2 younger children. We also have a grandson, and a son-in-law, wonderful son-in-law, and then a grandbaby that's due in January. Yay! So excited about that. So my story, my health journey starts way back when I was pregnant with our second child. So I have antibodies that destroy our baby's platelets while I'm pregnant. It happens with all of our kids. With our first child, we treated it after he was born. When I got pregnant with number 2, with our daughter who's now pregnant with her number 2, her second child, when I was pregnant with her, this was our first time treating this problem while I was pregnant. So I have to see a specialist. I have to get IVIG treatments from 20 weeks until I delivered every week with all of our kids, but this was our first time doing this. My doctor wanted to involve us in a study, a medical study, that would require me to take high doses of prednisone to see if steroids would affect the platelet count. Okay, this is a whole long story. We were forced into doing this study. We were forced to stay I was forced to stay on prednisone even though it was killing me pretty quickly. That's a whole nother story in itself, and I'm not even going to go into that, but I did have to mention that. We said no, but we were forced into it. They used scare tactics and manipulation and wouldn't take no for an answer. Anyway, as you can imagine, that completely destroyed my health, completely. It ruined my thyroid, it ruined my kidney, my liver, my bladder, my brain, my stomach. I have had health issues from this time forward. I don't respond to treatment, nothing has helped. It's been a battle. I have seen doctors and specialists and homeopathic doctors, nutritionists, chiropractors, naturopaths. I have been on lots of vitamins and supplements and probiotics, yeast killers, digestive enzymes, lots of natural things, lots of medication. I have had surgeries. I have tried everything, and nothing was working. One of the things that it did hurt was my kidney pretty quickly, but they never found anything wrong. It just hurt really bad. But 17 years later, I started having reoccurring bladder infections. Bad. This was bad and untreatable and getting worse. Then they found out that I had a blocked kidney that was causing the reoccurring bladder infection. So I had 6 years worth of antibiotics, and this is like double doses of antibiotics by mouth, plus the IVs and shots, injections, everything. I was on bladder medication. I had 2 kidney surgeries. I was failing fast. Adding all the antibiotics and the medication on top of still trying to deal with a weak immune system from all the prednisone, just added insult to injury. I was failing fast. My health was out of control. I was miserable. I had chronic fatigue. I mean, my symptoms list is so long that it's hard to even share unless I just read a list of things, but it included severe candida, hunger and craving, weight gain, liver problems, obviously kidney and bladder problems, brain. My memory was horrific. I didn't sleep well. I had anxiety. I had panic attacks every night. I had weakness. I had tumors. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on, and I can hear my kids fighting. Meanwhile, our youngest son, we were dealing with type 1 diabetes and celiac disease, but he also had severe behavior problems, and that was getting worse and worse and worse. And we also saw doctors with him. We were treating it naturally. We were watching his diet and doing all the right things for that, but it was still getting worse. And just between the two of us, we were a mess and we were failing fast, and it was affecting our whole family. So I was wanting to take us to a specialist that was out of state, but I had a feeling that it wasn't going to help as much as I wanted it to, as much as we needed it to. And I knew it was going to be pricey. So I decided that before I went that route, that I was going to find something natural, vitamins and supplements that would work. Because at the time it was 2017, I'm like, for crying out loud, it's 2017, there has to be something that's going to help in this day and age at a basic nutritional level, just basic supplements. So I went on this journey to find the answers. I was looking and searching and praying and researching, reading books, doing everything I can, and I was bound and determined to find something. I found nothing. It seemed like the more I searched, the less I found. But deep down in my heart, I knew God was going to answer that prayer. And he did. One night, I was actually very, very sick. I was having a severe allergic reaction to an antibiotic, of course, that would not go away. I couldn't swallow, I couldn't breathe, and I couldn't stay awake. I was in bed for 3 days, and I was like not going to go to the hospital again, and I was not going to get on steroids. I'm like, no, I'm just going to have to ride this out because all the medication was making me worse, and I couldn't do it. But I was scrolling Facebook. My husband was out of town. I was waiting for him to call me because he was getting in late, and I just wanted to hear that he was safe at the hotel. It was late at night. I was very sick. I was just mindlessly scrolling Facebook. I saw Plexus. I thought it was a travel agency that people did on their phone as a side business, and I just was curious. Out of pure curiosity and being nosy, I was looking into it because I wondered how it worked. I wasn't interested in anything like that at all, but I was curious on how something like that worked in this day and age. Who needs, I don't know. I just was curious. But then as I was digging, I couldn't figure out what it was. And then I realized, when I finally found the right website, I realized what Plexus was, and I knew God answered my prayer. And I knew he was distracting me from my research so that I knew that I would take this seriously. That's how I felt. So I didn't know anybody, sorry, move that. I didn't know anybody. I didn't know anything about Plexus. I didn't know who to order from, but I remembered a friend of mine posted about gut health on Facebook. So out of the blue, just a shot in the dark, I reached out to her and I said, hey, do you take Plexus by any chance? And she messaged me right back and said, yes, I do. You want to try it? And I'm like, yes, yes, I do. So I jumped in with both feet, with both me and my son. And the results were incredible. Totally incredible. Better than I even imagined. I was pretty much praying for something to take the edge off because I didn't, sorry, I'm having trouble here. And I'm not redoing this because this is like my 10th time trying to do this. Bear with me. But I was bound and determined to make this work. So I jumped in with both feet. The results were better than that I even imagined. I was hoping so I felt like we were treading water, like barely keeping my head above water, but I was working so hard. And I was bound and determined to find something that would at least take the edge off. I was hoping for a life jacket, so then I can kind of relax a little bit. I felt like God gave me a speedboat. Totally amazing. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we took, what worked, why it worked, and how this whole process works, just so you can get an idea. We started out with the triplex. The triplex is 3 products that work together. It's a combo. You can take them individually, you can buy them individually, but they work really, really well together. And that's what we did. We jumped in with the triplex. The triplex includes the Slim, which is a powder you mix with water. Totally all healthy ingredients. There's no fillers, there's nothing artificial in it, there's no fake sweeteners or fake dyes or anything in there. It's all natural, it's all healthy, it's all good for you. It's excellent for balancing the blood sugar. There's 2 different kinds. There's the hunger control, and then there's the one with the prebiotic in it. We were taking the one with the prebiotic in it. BioCleanse is another one. It's vitamin C and oxygenated magnesium. Really, really good for vitamin C and magnesium, but it's also good for detox. It helps your body get rid of the toxins that get built up in your body. And then we take Probio 5, which is an amazing probiotics. We have been on probiotics for years. We've always taken them. I've always taken the best that I could find. This surpassed all of anything I've ever taken. It works really, really well. It has a beneficial yeast that actually acts as a probiotic that breaks down the hard outer shell of the yeast so your body can flush that out. And it restores all the good flora. and it has digestive enzymes and yeast killers in there. It's amazing, fantastic. So we started out taking those 3, and I saw results immediately. Now, we were doing all the right things as far as diet and drinking plenty of water, and we were very, very consistent. We were very, very persistent. After about 3 months, I started us on the X Factor Plus vitamin, which is amazing, and Vital Biome, which is a probiotic for the brain. I started him on that. Actually, I started us both on that, but mainly for his behavior and his anxiety and anger problems, which is amazing because it targets the part of the gut that nourishes the brain, and it helps with anxiety, depression, chronic stress, and anger issues. I can't say enough good stuff about that. And also the Mega X is a plant-based omega. We need deep nutrition, really good nutrition, especially with our health problems. I think I mentioned all the stuff that we started. Oh, and Block, which is now Balance. We were both actually taking it, but mainly for him for his blood sugar. They have a new one out that's better than Block, and it's called Balance. So now we're taking Balance, but when we started out, we were taking Block. Amazing. These are all really, really amazing products. There's no fillers, there's no dyes, there's no artificial stuff in it. It's gluten-free. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm going to kind of transition and kind of talk about some of the products and how they work. Sorry, my hand's getting tired a little bit. So like I said, the Triplex, that's the core. That's their core products. It works really, really well. And they target blood sugar balance, which we all need because insulin is our master hormone. Really, really important for all of us to have our blood sugar balanced. It helps with inflammation, and most of us have some sort of inflammation that we're battling. Nutrient absorption, 50% of the population do not absorb their nutrients properly. This targets that and helps that amazingly. And gut health. Gut health is super important. We all need it, and a lot of us, our gut is out of balance, and all it does is it snowballs and it spreads. It causes more problems. Those problems cause problems, and pretty soon it's out of control. So getting that into balance is so important for overall health. So that is super, super important. The X Factor Plus is high potency. It's fully methylated and bioavailable, which means your body is going to absorb the nutrients. It's super rich in antioxidants, super rich in all the nutrients that you need to function, to have your body function. These are the best vitamins that I've ever come across. We have the Children's Chewable that has probiotics in it, but my son actually takes the X Factor Plus for adults. He can swallow capsules, and he takes one. He has been allergic to vitamins and supplements his whole life, so he could take the probiotic and he could take magnesium and zinc separately, but multiple vitamins he could not take, and I tried everything for him and for my husband too. Side note, he was allergic too. So I already mentioned about the Vital Biome, excellent probiotic, and you can take the two together. In fact, we do take them together. We take the Vital Biome in the morning and the Probio 5 at night before bedtime. I wanted to mention Active. Active is an energy drink. It's a powder you mix with water. Super, super healthy and good for you. All very nutritious stuff. Even the caffeine in it is clean and safe. It is from yerba and green tea extract. Super good for you. And it's like a sustained energy. And it helps with mental clarity, and I absolutely love this product. It has turmeric in it, tart cherry, broccoli, all the, really, really good for you superfoods in it, like blueberry and kale. It has nitric oxide in it, which is really, really good for the heart. It opens up your arteries, and it helps with oxidative stress. So when you're working out, it's really good to restore your muscles and everything. So it's really, really good for you, whether you are working out or you're just a busy mom like me. I take Active every other day, and I just feel great. It's not like on the off days I feel bad. I actually feel good all the time, and I really, really love it. I especially love it for the mental clarity. It really helps my brain because that's the one thing that I really need a lot of healing is my brain, because my memory loss and my brain fog and everything mental was horrific from all the medication. It really affected my brain. So this has been a great addition to my regimen that I absolutely love. We also have some new things. Active is new. Metaburn is new too. It's for weight loss. It's all natural, all healthy, safe. It helps with weight loss, moods, mental clarity, energy, and it's amazing. You would start out with just one with breakfast, and then eventually if you needed it, you can take one with breakfast and one with lunch. We also have meal replacement shakes, lean shakes, very clean, very safe, very healthy, very nutritious. High quality protein, very, very delicious. You can either replace a meal or you can do it as a snack. You could do it as a snack after a workout, whatever you want. Very delicious too. Very good. We mix fruits and vegetables in with it, frozen fruits and vegetables. But you can mix, you don't have to do that. You can mix it with any kind of milk. You can even mix it with water. It's still delicious. There's chocolate vanilla and then chocolate mocha. The chocolate mocha does not have dairy in it. So I think that's all I wanted to talk to you about. So it is super easy to order these products. There's 3 ways you can order. They give you a choice, which is amazing. You can order as a retail customer. You just place your order, boom, you're done. You can order as a preferred customer where you can actually get auto ship. You don't have to, but you actually get a better discount if you let your auto ship run 4 months in a row. Then you get an additional discount, but you do get a discount from the retail price. You can also order as a member, as an ambassador. You don't have to do this as a business. You put in, you fill out an account, you set up an account, and then you can just place your order every month, or you can set up the auto ship to automatically ship for you. But with the ambassador as a member, you don't, like I said, you don't have to do it as a business. You can get cash back on your own orders. You get deep, deep discount on your first order. The welcome pack has a bundle of products that is deeply discounted below wholesale price. So your first order, you get amazing discount. And then you can also, like I said, get cash back on your own orders, and I will teach you how to do that and tell you how to do that. You get, if you refer family and friends, if anyone places an order and you help them, you can get cash back on their orders too. And then they can get cash back on their own orders, and they can help family and friends and get cash back. So you can help other people get their products paid for, make extra money, and you can do the same. And it's really easy. You can do all that by accident. You don't have to do this as a business, but it is a great business if you wanted to do something from home on the side using your phone. It's not a travel agency. Excellent, excellent. So those are 3 ways. Whichever way works for you, whichever way is a fit for you, more comfortable for you. And if you choose to do the retail or preferred customer, you can always upgrade as an ambassador later on so that you can get the deeper discount. You can even buy the welcome pack for the first time. So there's a 60-day money-back guarantee on all the products, on all your orders, no matter which way you order. So you can try, they want you to try the products and see how it works consistently for 60 days. And this is rolling. So even if you have been a customer for 2 years and then you need a refund within 60 days, you still get that 60-day money-back guarantee. So I hope that is helpful. If you have any questions about my story, about my son, about his diabetes, you know what? I don't even think I mentioned about his diabetes. I apologize, and that's the main reason why I'm doing this. I'm going to do a separate one just on his diabetes because my story is so big in itself that I tend to take over the whole thing. I am going to mention that real quick, but I am also going to do a separate one. So if you want to hear more about his diabetes, message me and I will be glad to tell you more about that. So and I'm not redoing this video. I've had more technical difficulties. This is like my 5th time doing it. I'm just going to leave it. That's the perfectionist in me is dying right now, but that's okay. So my son's type 1 diabetes, it helped his behavior and his celiac disease symptoms, which I mentioned. It helped his blood sugar immensely. His A1C goal from his doctor was 7.5. And I'm a stay-at-home mom, I homeschool him. It was always 7.8 or 7.6, which the doctors were thrilled about. But I was like, no. It's got to be 7.5. If that's his goal, by golly, I'm going to get it there. But I could not. 7.8 or 7.6. and I was dying. But when we got him on Plexus, it was 7.0. It's been 7.0 ever since, and next month he's getting his A1C checked, and I'm expecting it to be even lower. His blood sugar is just getting better and better and better and better. He takes 2 different kinds of insulin, and even with insulin, he will spike and crash. But once I got him on Plexus, he is steady more often. It's a lot easier to control. He's a lot healthier and a lot happier, and it shows in his blood work too. Totally amazing. After about a year and a half on the products, he went through the stent where he was still taking his insulin, but I drastically reduced the amount of insulin, and he was completely steady. And he would barely, which is very unusual for a type 1 diabetic. He did that for a couple months. I was so excited. But this has really been helpful with his immune system and with his pancreas and just his overall health. So I apologize for missing that out or not including that, because that is a big deal. But I'm actually going to do one that specifically talks about his diabetes, because that is super important. Whether you have type 1, type 2, you're pre-diabetic, or maybe you're not a diabetic at all, you're hypoglycemic, this is really amazing to help balance that. Even if you don't have blood sugar problems, we all need a healthy blood sugar balance, and this makes sure you stay where you need to be. So anyway, I'm going to cut this off. I'm not going to say cut it short because it's not short, but that's okay. It's an amazing story, and share with other people and ask me any questions you want, and have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.